Welcome to Applied Statistics course. So you will expect a complete video lesson, and for each lesson, there will be an introduction of the statistical tool, step-by-step process on the use of statistical application, suggested format in research context, and corresponding performance-based assessment. So I will be your instructor. You can call me Sir Joe or Doc Joe. So I'm a faculty member under BSEd Mathematics program at Cotabato State University College of Teacher Education. Enjoy learning statistics. Let's start with a frequency distribution. So a frequency distribution is a chart or list that presents the frequency of different outcomes in a given sample. So in a frequency distribution, we will expect a small letter f or frequency and f%, which is percentage. So in a frequency distribution, it can be a list, table, or graph, but in this video, we will focus on a table because this is what is usually used in research context to represent the frequency of outcomes. So we have citation here, Gordon 2022. So when to use frequency distribution? It is a statistical tool often used by analysts to visualize their observations and noticeable trends in a given sample. So we will learn here different considerations when using or when we use frequency distribution. So first consideration, we can use Sturgeon's rule as a guide. It is not required, but we can use this one as a guide because in practice, okay, usually legends are provided. So we will expect K as the number of glass. So the formula is K is equal to 1 plus 3.3 times quantity logarithm of N. Okay. So we have second consideration, groups must be mutually exclusive, where each data point is in only one category. Third consideration, groups must be exhaustive, where all data points fit somewhere. And consideration number 4, or last consideration, we have to choose reasonable class width or class interval size. That is why when we do it manually or using Excel, okay, we can consider this formula. CI or class interval is equal to range over K. Of course, range is the difference between the maximum and minimum or highest score minus lowest score, and K is the number of classes. So let's use Excel. I have here now Microsoft Excel. So we will apply the Sturgeon's rule. So we have here theory. So for example, we have a given value. So n is 24. So we will compute the logarithm of 24, which is this one, 1.3802112. And then we will compute the k or the number of classes. So we have 1 plus 3.3 logarithm of n. So the result is 6. Okay. The rule says, okay, you can add or subtract 1 from this. So 6 minus 1, 5. 6 plus 1, 7. And we will consider the highest value or the highest score, 97. Lowest value or lowest score, 32. To find the range, okay, subtract highest value minus lowest value, which is 65. So since we have range now, we can compute the CI or class interval. So we have 65 divided by 6 is 12. 65 divided by 5 is 13. And 65 divided by 7 is 9. So these are the number of classes we are expecting, and these are the sizes. So let's see. So the 12, consider the multiples of 12. This one, 0, 12, 4, and so on and so forth. For 13 and for 9. And as you can see, okay, there are highlighted here because we have to consider the lowest value, the 32. So we have to remove this one. And then the highest value, 97. Okay, we have to make sure that, okay, the values, okay, will be included in the interval. So we can complete it by considering the we have here the lower limit and the upper limit. And we can now consider, okay, the highlighted. Okay, so these are the intervals, and we have to consider the k, or the number of classes. It's 5, 6, or 7. So let's count 2, 4, 6, 7. So this can be, okay, considered 2, 4, 6. Okay, can also be considered 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's not part of K, meaning we can choose any of these two. So let's see if we will apply this. So basically, you will have this one. So when you perform it manually, you can count by doing the tallying. But of course, later I will present to you using an application. So this is using, okay, k is equal to 7. Okay, and this one using k is equal to 2, 4, 6. Okay, so this is by theory. But by practice, usually legends are provided. So for example, this one. What you're just going to do is just count, okay, the number of observations per group.